Hi, Harley here with another Star Trek Fleet Command video, and today we're looking at the G4 faction miners. Yes, these are big ships which you can start building when your shipyard is 41, not ops, but shipyard obviously, and you've obviously unlocked some research for the G4 ships, and you probably got about enough, or actually the same amount of credits as you got for your G3 epics, which is 180,000. What you see actually is a good thing is here finally with these miners, they are faction related. So the B'Chor from Klingon has predominantly crystal and gas, like the Interceptors, which is airships. The Hydra is obviously gas and mainly an ore, like the Explorers. And the Vorta Vor is like the battleship, taking mainly ore and some crystal, which obviously helps now and not having the shortage always of the crystals like we had in the G3 range, with all the faction miners plus the Horizon and the North Star using crystal. Here we've got a ship for each faction, which is lovely. So that's good to know. Thank you very much for that, Scopely. Yes, I did come build actually 2 of them. I was running dual faction. I had the credits. I thought I'd build them. Let's see what they're like and show you what they do. The details I've got in here obviously are from Lacars. Go check them out. Go have a look at them. There's some lovely, more in-depth stuff looking over the different levels, tiers, components as you require about these faction miners. But anyway, looking at this one, this is obviously the Vorta Vor, the Romulan ship. Now, what I do like now about these faction miners is the fact that they actually look different and they're not just a copy paste in grade 3 of the Horizon, which we had with the Antares, Cavort, and the I've forgotten the other one now. Anyway, but you know what I mean, they were copy paste. But here you got an individual looking one, and this obviously the Romulan, the nice bird beak, the Romulan green, the little wings at the back. They're looking pretty much like a nice Romulan ship. Here it is up on my dock, and I'm going to start leveling it up for you guys to give you an idea of roughly where we're at with it. Obviously, as always, the mining laser and the cargo are the most expensive, with warp being then the second most expensive item to upgrade. On this, the single weapon, in this case we actually have impulse, shield and hull to do, so we've actually got 3 defense components on 1 attack. But as a whole, yeah, this goes through. Now, the good thing about these ships initially is they get you to dark space without actually needing summoning in a Horizon, unless you get to some of the hubs up there. But straight out from normal neutral space or even from territory capture area, these miners will get up there no problem, straight out the dock, and get you up to the G4 single nodes. And obviously if you grade up further, you can get quite high up into the G4 range with single nodes and mine peacefully as you require. So this is a really good start. And like with the grade 3 faction miners, these ships are very helpful. They get you far. They got a good warp range. I'm just guessing here, like with the grade 3 faction miners getting to the first grade 4 nodes, you're probably going to need a grade 4 faction miner to get to the first grade 5 node whenever we get grade 5 release in the game. So it would be worth getting one, unless you're going to go up to like EPS 48 and start using summoning on your disco. Still going to be very expensive, and the mining speed is going to be really poor in comparison, because the amount of actual raw material you need to mine, you need these big ships. Even a grade 3 miner doesn't match up to what you need in the end. So yeah, get one, get it sorted, all will be good, because here you've really got a problem. I mean, there are a lot of whales about saying, oh, you don't need miners, you don't need miners. No, they don't need miners, they just buy the packs. But for everyone else, 90% of the players doing free-to-play, playing the game, or very occasionally buying maybe 1 or 2 small packs, they're not going to buy these outright. They're going to have to grind through them, they're going to have to refine the materials, and they're going to need a faction miner that's going to get them to that space, going to mine quick enough and get it going. To give you a ballpark idea, my tier 3 here, Vorta Vor, with the ship ability, mined at 28k, whilst my Antares on gas mines about 34k or 38k. So all in all, I'm not far off already just getting into this level. I mean, the first 2 levels are quite easy to do on these ships. The doing tier 3 would probably be a little while down the road, but it's still manageable with a bit of refining. And obviously, being Ops 41 you already get the uncommon ship parts, so you're going to be able to take this in theory up to about tier 10 on just ship parts alone in time, if you wish, just to give you an idea. And yeah, so slowly work on them, get them through, build them up like you did with the G3 faction miners. These G4 faction miners are going to help you in the same way. Now, all in all, it is a lot of investment. Yes, they cost a lot to build, especially in Trit and especially in Dilithium compared to the Grade 3. But yes, they go further. They've got the use, and if you're going to progress in the game, you're going to get into this area. So yeah. Anyway, let's have a look at then the B'Chor from the Klingon. Now, as I said, I did get both of them. I'm personally not a fan of Klingon, but to be honest, I actually like this ship. Not for the fact it's mine, and I'm quite happy at doing mining stuff. For the fact it actually, again, looks like a nice Klingon-related ship. The fact that it's like this dark bronze coloured with the red, with the jagged edges, the jagged type effect of it all. This, to me, looks like a Klingon miner. Now, they probably wouldn't mind. They'd probably just rob and steal it. But, yeah. Anyway. This is probably, though, my only probably Klingon ship I'm going to have. The other one I probably will have, and I always do have actually, is the D3 to level up and to scrap for material, G4 material. Actually, that fits then, obviously, upgrading this B'Chor, because the B'Chor here relies on predominantly crystal and some gas, like interceptors. So if I start scrapping D3 interceptors, I will start having material ready to upgrade this B'Chor, which is very good and very handy. Now, I've got here then 2 grade 4 ships that go happily up into deep space. I've got my grade 3 Antares at tier 8. With Scotty, I can get up to the G4 nodes and that. So I'm covered on all my material types. So I can do mining for a couple of hours, and that's my mining requirements done for the day with some reserve. All's good. You don't have to do that. Stick to one at least, get one and sort it out. And yeah, common material, G4 common material problem again. It costs a huge amount in LAT if you don't actually have the common material. So wait, refine, scrap, whatever, and all will be good in time. And like most other ships, take your time building it up. But again, with this, also the mining speed was already up. I mean, the mining speed at the end is double what the tier 3 G3 faction miners are on both. I mean, max Antares 250%, a max G4 is 500% mining speed. So you're going to get a lot more use out of them, obviously going through and building them up, which is probable, possible, and even manageable. Now, here we go. I'm going to go send up here, I think it's a Warp 65 system up here. Just send off the miner, G4 miner, again here with the Vorta Vor. Was he Warp 85? Yeah. Anyway, these are where you can go and mine. These are the ranges. Now you see here, max one is 185 warp range in each faction type. Here you see actually you only got 165 on the warp, but there are actually research to get there, so you're going to cover yourself. And the cargo itself is rather large, so if you wanted to raid and be ambitious with it and not get blown up. Yeah. To show you, I actually did go through and get all the blueprints myself. This wasn't gifted to me, neither of them were. I grafted them out, I ground all the rep, I got all the faction credits, I went and bought all the BPs for both miners, and yeah. But just also to show, these miners are, or can be, a bit of fun. Quite literally. I mean, Spock shields, Wind, Enterprise shields, already actually losing shields to a nearly max. Yeah, these things are beastie. I mean, quite literally beastie. So don't try sometimes to knock one off a low, because you might actually get a little shock. Thanks for watching. Keep well, keep safe, and I'll see you in the next one.